Okay. Is it working? Am I live? Yeah, okay, I'm great. Hello. I don't know what happened. I got lost in some music while I was setting up and completely forgot that I had a stream to start. Which I don't know, I feel kind of bad about it. I feel a little bit bad about it that I'm like I try to be on time as much as possible, and even like 5 minutes late feels like I am disappointing so many people. I feel like I'm disappointed in myself more than like other people are disappointed in me. To be honest, but good morning. It's like 3 p.m. my time, so I think I'm gonna say good afternoon instead. But yeah, good morning to you. It's like 3 p.m. Like that's the one thing that I hate about like being European. One thing is that all of the servers are shit. I can live with that. I can live with a little lag. What I cannot fucking stand is the fact that everything else is either in JST or like America. Like it's centered around like either Japan time or like America. And I know that there's multiple time zones in America, but like you're at work right now? Also, I want to see if the mic picks this up. It should. It did. Great. I could see my mic just fucking peaking.
To shine or to die.
Yep.
Maybe two sides of the same coin.
Now time to guess what am I drinking right now?
Can you keep up?
It is a Red Bull. I don't actually typically drink Red Bull actually. But this one is white peach flavor. So it doesn't taste like shit. I despise the original of any energy drink. Like, the original Monster tastes like shit to me. Like the one with the green logo. The original Red Bull tastes like battery acid. I hate it so much. But this one just tastes like iced tea. So I'm like, it's great. But yeah, typically I stay away from Red Bull, so I never thought I would actually be like, oh yeah, I'm drinking Red Bull. Never thought it. I've been such a hater ever since like I think I was 16. I've just been like, nah, I hate that shit, but here we are. I really hope, because like this says like summer edition, and I'm not like scared, but like I'm a little bit like concerned that this will be like once we hit like September, I cannot get this flavor anymore. I would hate that, to be honest. Like, I really would. Because it tastes pretty fucking good. Oh yeah, for context, we're doing Brant's companion quest. Or story quest, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Only a 6-pack. That's unlike you, Battier.
I need to put this on autoplay.
This isn't just any drink. I brought the finest brew from Eglertown. Cost me a pretty penny, you know.
Oh yeah, but they're like,
My good friend,
how much are they?
Tonight, this deck will be riotous with our revelry.
The fuck is that in like American dollars? I do not know. 2 seconds, let me get my motherfucking calculator.
Look who decided to join us. You've come at the perfect moment. We're about
Because
to
energy drinks in
very,
general
very
are like
fast.
not too cheap. In Denmark, so this on sale was $2. It was $2 on sale, but usually it's like $5. So And I feel like that for
Believe me,
like,
that stuff from Eglatown
what is this?
pure
250
heaven.
milliliters?
Smooth,
That's
sweet. I
a
can
little
almost
too
taste
much.
it already.
Confident, are we? Less sweet in the steaks.
Like
Oh,
$5 for that.
Troop strength.
That's also why I don't like
Everyone's
Red
in for
Bull.
some fine
Monsters are
spoils
usually
tonight.
cheaper.
Ha! A bold move, Battier. Let's make this really interesting. What would you
Also,
have me
what I
wager?
fucking hate is that the
Oh, no,
like the grocery store
We're not
closest to me
detecting
where I got
drinks
it,
today. Not with the
their
roller
energy
as our
drinks
guest.
are
How about this?
never on
If I
like
win, you give the crew a day off.
being cooled down. Like they're
We'll
not
go
in
hang out
fridges
with
or
the
anything.
Carnival's laureate.
So they are like lukewarm at best.
And you, Captain,
It fucking
will
sucks.
handle all the chores. Cooking,
Like, the only
cleaning,
thing
deck scrubbing.
That where
The
like the
old
only time
kitten
they're
caboodle.
like in the fridges is if it's like the original one. But as I said, those are fucking nasty. Yeah, and then you have to let them sit there for like at least a couple of hours to get like proper cold. Like you can't just let it sit there for like 20 minutes because then it won't be like cold enough. Fucking sucks. I just want a cold drink.
Deal. It's been too long since I last cooked for the crew. If I lose,
Yeah,
I'll
but drinking
show you
energy
all
drinks
what this
with like
captain can
in a
whip up
glass
the
just
galley.
feels so fucking wrong. Like pouring out an energy drink, nah, that feels wrong. That's like a soda. Like that's a soda thing. That is not an energy drink. Energy drinks are meant to be drunk from the can, in my opinion. Wow, this is just like Animal Crossing. I spent like a solid 3 hours today just playing Animal Crossing. I have been like, because it's the 1st of July, which means that there are new bugs and fish that weren't available in June. And I have been like, my favorite activity in that game is to donate
Oh, well,
things to
I didn't
Blathers.
see that
That is my favorite thing. That
But
or
I do
selling.
relish a good twist.
Yeah, exactly. There needs to be like,
Oh, well done,
why is there not a
my
joke? Like, come on, I need my joke. I am too accustomed to
You've
Animal
just run
Crossing.
yourself a day full of chores.
I have yelled at that game too many times at this
Very
point for
well.
catching
That's
a
the
sea
bet.
bass
Looks like
or
I'm a
black
humble
bass
sailor today.
again. Like, that is the only thing I caught for the last
gonna be a
week
cat.
of June.
Well, who do you think?
Fucking sucks.
Feast your eyes on the great fishy caught. Oh, I'd say our laureate is more than qualified to steer this ship.
I've got no doubt you'd make a great captain. But no pressure, of course. It's entirely
The
up
thing
to you
is,
whether you wish to take
I
command.
am like, I'm borrowing
Setting that
a
aside,
friend's
why not join us for
like
dinner? Trust me,
Switch,
you won't want to miss
right?
the
Because I don't
liquor
have
you're
one
for.
myself.
Allow us to thank you properly
Basically,
for
I've
all
just
the help
stolen it.
you've given.
But because it's not my Switch, and
What say you?
because
Will you
I don't
honor us with
like
your presence?
have one, I
We
can't
must.
terraform the island.
And with that
I
feast
can't
of the fish
progress
you've called in,
the story
tonight's
or
feast will be
anything. So
unforgettable.
like,
Come,
I am
fill your
stuck
belly. It's the
with,
least you
like,
deserve.
2 villagers
Right then, I'm off to let the
um,
kitchen know what's coming.
and
to
like
dig up my
stuck
finest
on
liquor for
the
the
like
occasion.
you know how there's like
And I'll be excusing myself as
like
well.
layers to it.
Oh, time to scrub the decks
So I
until they
can't like
shine
I don't have a
gold.
that. I do not have that. I
Oh,
cannot
and if you
use that.
find
I
yourself
cannot
with
like
nothing
move
to do,
around,
feel free to explore.
which really
Make
fucking
yourself
sucks.
feel right
I
at
can
home
also
on this ship.
like again, I can't terraform,
Ciao.
so I can't make the island like look pretty or anything. But at this point, I have upgraded my house
Fools do in a day.
more than they have.
But there's still some time before dinner.
You're just
Might as well
babysitting.
see
Yeah,
what the crew
I'm
is
just
doing.
babysitting the island and filling up their museum a lot. The thing is, I have that, but the Switch has apparently done something where you need your own like
Can you keep up?
like if one person has already created an island, you cannot like also have an island. That is not possible. Cause like we sat for so long trying to trying to figure it out because they rarely play. But I cannot have my own island until I get my own Switch. So
A smooth journey.
at this point, that is just an excuse for me to buy the Switch 2 because, like, let's be fucking honest, it just came out. And I can get Animal Crossing on
There's
that.
still time before dinner. Smiles are all around. Why not wonder about
So.
and soak it all in? Battier did say the winner would be the captain, but of course the choice is yours. So, do you want the helm?
But, like, I have my daily routine with this. I log in,
Put, you chart the
I
course
fill my
and steer the
inventory
ship.
with shit,
The crew will be ready to
I
sail
sell
on
it
your order
or
at
donate it
moment's
if I can.
notice. Might seem
I
easy
buy
enough,
the little Nook
but
Miles
there's
ticket
more
so
to
that I
being
can go
captain
flying.
of the troop of fools.
I fly,
These seas are
I
full of
empty whatever
glittering
island I
quests
get to
and
for
glittering
stuff.
treasures.
Fish, critters,
That's where a true
anything.
captain shines,
I sell
leading
that
their
shit,
crew to uncover
and then
lost
I log
legends,
out.
revel in the crowd's cheers, and sail boldly through the
That is
stormy
like
sea
my
toward
routine.
glory.
At this point, it is gacha. It is equally as addicting. I think I took a 3-day break and I was like, I need to log in again.
But none of this is
I
possible
need to
without a
log in.
captain.
This
The
is
same
worse
goes
than
for
when
every
Genshin
member.
was at like its peak.
Take Battier,
It's
for
worse
example.
than.
He's our best fisherman.
Like,
Tina, she knows
Wuthering
every
Waves
inch of
and
the sea,
Senless,
and
I
the
can
Venus
I can
stories
put that down.
stretch on to
Like
fill
I
up
can put that
undead
down, go
nights.
days without it, and be like, ah, that's fine. I don't
Everyone's
feel like I've
unique
missed out on
talents
anything.
make this troop what it is.
But
Soul plays an important
Animal
role.
Crossing,
Ah, but duty calls.
like
Captain.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
time
having
to
withdrawal
scrub the decks
if I
before
go
dinner,
without it. Like
as
at this point, I'm
promised.
addicted to it.
Dinner's at 6.
My
there's
friend
still
who I'm borrowing
time.
the Switch
Until
from was
then.
even like, I don't even think you would like Animal Crossing because it's so monotonous. Like the tasks and everything, it's so monotonous. But what a fool they
Still some
were,
time before dinner.
because
A little
I am
stroll could
addicted
be
to
good.
that shit. I didn't see the timer thing. 18. There you go, so 6 o'clock. Oh yeah, I have like I have one of my friends who does play Wuthering Waves, but had like taken a long ass break from it, and then was like slowly getting into it again. The reason she'd taken a break because she was out traveling, so like that's fine and whatnot. She was gone for like 3-4 months, and she came back
Split in half.
right as like Brant had his rerun, and we were like hanging out for the first time after her coming home. And I was like, oh yeah, like, I saw you've been getting on Wuthering Waves again, like, what do you plan on doing? Like, is there any character that you're, like, interested in? And she was like, oh, I can't wait for Brant to get a rerun.
May
Like,
I have a look?
I really want him to get a rerun, because I want that, man. And I was like, you do realize he has a rerun, like, right now.
Does it mean anything to
I
you?
have never seen a woman open her PC that fucking fast.
Yes.
Like,
On
she was
these seas, there's only
scrambling.
one legend about deeds.
And it was like when there was 2 days left of his banner. And she was just like,
Story of Drake.
she was like
The golden
running
captain.
around like, what kind of like gems can I get? Like, how many wishes can I possibly like get? She really, the thing is, Brant is like, he gives off so many like theater kid vibes, you know? Like there's some
Drake,
drama about this man.
famed
She
hero
is a
of
theater
Rhythm.
kid to her very fucking
Legend
core.
has it. He assembled a crew with naught but a
like,
single coin and
really.
amassed great
So
riches
this
from the
man just,
wealthiest
like,
of men.
He takes all the boxes.
He then
Every single
embarked on
one
a
of them.
quest to chart a safe passage across the stormy sea. A feat worthy of being remembered.
So,
forever.
yeah.
But
Like,
there was a
I think she saw him once and was like, yeah,
Only one
that's him, that's the
crew member
guy.
returned, and he had been driven mad. What happened out there is still a mystery.
I mean, I think characters being a little cringe, or
Such
people
tales
being a
from
little
my
cringe, it's
bedtime
not,
stories.
as long as it's not like too much, you know?
Back when I had just boarded the Pilgrim.
As long
Sail,
as you're not
with
like
no
to the point
family
where you
and
get secondhand
nightmares that could
embarrassment,
raise the dead,
um,
Toscanini would share such
then,
stories
like,
to comfort me.
it's fine. We're all a
Fine.
little cringe.
I
Like,
swore that if I ever became a captain,
we're,
every crew
like,
member would come back
every
safe.
one of us has done something that's like at
No
least a
exceptions.
little cringe. I'm a VTuber for fuck's sake. At this point, that is about as cringe as I can get. I still fear for the day that my family finds out and I have to explain to them that I am an anime girl on the internet who plays video games. Because I think the very idea would kill my dad. The very idea of it.
Perhaps it's the very coin our captain here is holding.
Untold treasures, eh?
What happened to your mind
Well,
since it's like
aren't we
mush?
lucky? If we had the old thing, imagine.
You'll be
the
real,
riches we'd claim.
real with me? Was
Oh, they exist all right. The Golden Captain conquered every sea known to man.
I love that my
Wealth
model,
he
like,
amassed
every
would
single
give us
time I take a
all
sip,
lives of leisure and
it struggles a little bit to catch up.
Alpha coin. Treasures? Ah, blast!
Something wrong, Heimer?
Now that I think of it, I lost a half coin just like this not long ago.
I fucking clicked.
Yes, almost identical. There was a man yapping about his value. I thought he was just bluffing.
Okay, there are two
Take it
longer
seriously.
messages. Great.
Then I lost it to
I
bed.
spent 1 hour making Yu-Gi-Oh card, both the summoning requirement and his 5-star effect,
Pirates
5
started
effects,
stirring
and
the
spent
waters
2
around
hours
Laguna.
making the.
She's
Oh
been
shit!
hiring us to guard her
That
family's
seems.
ships.
I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh. I think I've said that before, but still seems
Hey,
like that
she's
would
a
make
regular at
anyone's
Trattoria Martini.
mind like a little bit
Loves
of
their
mush,
pizzas.
and you're only
I
on
run
page
into her all
2.
the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well then,
I get that.
Our next stop is clear.
I can imagine
Fortune has a
why.
way of smiling on us, Captain.
I don't
Shall
think being a
we
VTuber
try
is
our luck at the
cringe
restaurant?
as people think. I think it's the concept of pretty explainable to
What say you?
normies, just as
Ready
an
to check
alternative
it
way
out?
to present yourself without showing yourself. It could be a ton of reading. Yeah, I know that, but that much. But my dad is like, he.
Aye, Captain. Our
It is
course
specifically my dad, to be
set.
honest,
Set
because
the
like
sails and let the wind
the man does not possess cringe. I don't think he does. I think even explaining the very concept of cringe would make him like look like a question mark. The guy is so fucking normal. Then like that like it scares me a little bit. He's kind of like he's never outright said that like it's weird that like I watch anime, that sort of shit, because like both me and my brother do. But it's always been this like we're gonna poke a little bit of fun at it
It's rare to see her
in a
drinking
way
alone.
where like me explaining that I am an anime girl would probably kill him. Because I don't think he would understand the concept in any way. He does not understand streaming
Bella, my
unless
friend.
it's like 18 plus content. Like that he understands because he knows that porn exists, right?
Ah, spare me the pleasantries.
But
my luck has taken a
like,
turn lately. Nothing's
understanding
going my way.
streaming just from like entertainment that isn't necessarily 18 plus or pornographic, he does not understand why that is like a thing. He does not understand YouTube. If it is not a movie, he will not watch it. A movie or a series, like he does not. Any content that is not that, he will not watch. Like he doesn't understand it. So
Some wretched thief made off with it.
trying to explain this would just be weird.
Unlike you, Brant. You could disappear into the fog
He
and emerge
understands,
like
like-
a diamond. If only I could
Like
borrow
content that isn't movies or series exist.
I'm sorry.
But
to
I
hear
think
that,
the
Bella.
only time he understands
got
why
news
people
for
would
you.
watch it
I'm not
is
the
like
captain
if it's
then.
porn.
If you need good
And
luck,
that is not to
you'll
say
have
that like
to ask this one.
he is like
You never know.
This,
the
like,
tides will
I'm
turn.
not gonna sit here and say that I know anything, right?
Margarita,
But
2 glasses
from
of
what
nectar wine,
I
please,
know,
and top off Bella's drink. On
he
my
just
tab.
doesn't see that like, he doesn't understand why people making
No
content
luck charm beats a
exists.
good
Like,
glass of gotcha
unless it's like a tutorial,
Cheers.
maybe,
Shaking off
for
that
like,
bad
how do
luck.
you fix your sink? That sort of shit. But even then, he would much rather just Google and read like a step-by-step guide than watch one. From what I know. So.
That's fine wine. By the way, Bella, where
I just gotta
exactly did
find a
that coin
good
of
way
yours
to
get
make
stolen?
it sense
Right here in the
while-
restaurant. A few days ago,
having
I
it
placed it
placed-
on the table while I was chatting.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Next thing I know, poof, it vanished.
Sounds very much like my parents. They're a good
A
bit
lot
older
of
though.
diners have been losing things lately. I can't say who's behind it, but it seems
Like-
to be happening more frequently.
I'm not gonna like
Common
I
theme.
think I've always had like really
I have
young
a plan,
parents.
But I'll
like,
leave you to steer the ship.
Very
this time.
young.
Oh, really? I've only just started on mine.
So in all senses of the word,
All eyes on me.
he should be able to understand things that are like a little more like my dad's not even 50 yet.
What's happening here?
Is this supposed to be part of their show?
Friends, gather round.
So
Have you ever
in my
heard
head
of
he
the
should be
legend
able
of
to
the
understand.
lucky
I just think
coin?
he refuses.
A coin said to guide
Also,
its
the sentence,
owner
"Why
to
do I do this to
untold
myself?"
riches
is
and hidden
incredibly
treasures
relatable.
buried deep beneath the stormy sea. My
80. Okay,
friend is
damn. Yeah, that
fortunate enough to have
your
half
dad's
of
like a little bit older than mine.
these
Just like a
set out
little
to
bit.
find the other half. The fog tried to
My
lead us
grandfather
astray,
isn't
and
even
raging
80.
tides sought to hold us back, but we did not
Wait,
yield.
what?
The coin's
No,
magic
like-
has led us here, and now
I'm trying
we
to
seek
think.
to reunite it with its missing piece.
No.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
He
if
still has,
anyone
like, a
knows
couple of
the
years
clues to the
before he
whereabouts
turns
of the
80.
other half of this coin, step forward now.
Yeah, okay.
Share with
Fair
us
enough.
the secret, and fortune shall be shared in return.
Ah,
Yeah,
he's
okay.
playing the crowd.
That's kind
Clever
of
move.
the case for my sister though, because like my sister
All
is
eyes
like
on him. This is
over
my
10
chance
years
to look
younger
for
than
any
me.
unusual behavior.
What's that man talking
Should I tell him?
about? I
Share
love
the
the
treasures will be nice.
Like so it's also like I have two younger siblings and it's like me and my brother were never like truly that close, but I feel like me and my sister can never get really
Me?
close because there's more than like
I've got nothing for you.
10 years between us. So,
All right, all right. Maybe I do know a thing or two. Damn it. Oh, fine. I know where the other half is, but you'll have to cough up some payment first.
How am I supposed to know you're not lying just to pocket the
damn.
reward?
You're on 2 pages and that's like 15 to
I'm
25
not
minutes of
lying.
footage. Holy
If that
shit.
rotten pirate stolen it from me, I'd still have the coin with me now. Wait!
How was my improvised performance, Cap? What, no applause or cheers for your humble bard?
I feel like both of these are like I can't like both options are good. I'm gonna go with I thought you were drunk.
To be honest, I came dangerously close to it.
Take care not to overindulge again. We don't offer home delivery for humans, I assure you.
This all started because I got the bright idea to make the car. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like that's any project where you're like, oh, this could be really cool, and you have an idea of how long it's gonna take and what it's gonna end up like costing you, but then you get into it and you're like, fuck, why did I do this to myself? Because now I have to finish it. Like, I'm over halfway, I have to finish it. Like, that sort of stuff.
It's long gone. I barely had it before pirates backed me into a corner.
Also, it's part of the reason why, like, I don't want to get into cosplay again. Like, I would really, really like to get into cosplay again, because I've done it before. But I don't want to try sewing my own, like, cosplays, because I tried that once, and even though I did all the math correctly, it never ended up, like, how I wanted it. So, yeah. I think I overestimate my abilities a lot of the time.
Let me go. I'm innocent.
Innocent?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I would much rather buy a cosplay and then add like details or fix the parts that don't fit right.
You're off to the Order Tribunal for judgment.
Because like my biggest problem with like ordering cosplays for sure is that I'm hella improportionate. Like
Of course. And your
I
payment
have
will be a
such
one-way
a
trip
hard
to the
time
Order
finding
Tribunal.
like
May you
pants
start
or
a fresh
anything
chapter
that
there,
fit
my friend.
in length, because for my height, my legs should not be this long. I have an incredibly short torso. So most cosplays, like pre-made, do not fit because my proportions are just like out of whack. So I would have to like tailor it, but I would much rather learn to just do that than to sew everything from scratch.
An old
I'm
acquaintance
in too
of
deep
mine,
now
so
to
speak.
stop. I gotta finish this
We
lawyer.
were
I also
banished
have
on
to
the
watch
Pilgrim
a
Sail together.
timeline video on YouTube.
I remember you
Oh
even had a nickname.
God.
Quickfoot Aldrich.
You know
But
what?
He always had trouble
Good
embracing
luck.
our ideals, so he
I
left the
pray
troop
for the
a
fact that you can do it. I really hope you can. I think you can, but
Next
it's
time we
definitely
saw
it
him,
definitely sounds like a lot of
he might
work.
become a pirate.
So good luck. Genuinely.
He's probably after Drake's treasure as well, which explains why he took the coin from Swiper.
Makes sense. But what's got him heading to Egla Town at midnight?
Well, that's the part we'll need to see for ourselves.
And I might sell this.
Looks like we'll be burning the midnight oil.
For real? Holy
Once we
shit.
arrive, we'd better keep
Damn.
an eye out for those plushies.
I mean, all the more power to you. It sounds like a really lengthy and long and complicated project in my non-Yu-Gi-Oh understanding head. I gotta be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about, but if you're passionate about it, and if you're driven to do it, I really do like wish you all the luck in the world, and hope that you succeed. Because I have no idea. I was like, any of the like card games,
Captain,
or like
look over there.
that sort of stuff, I never really got into.
Looks like they're preparing for a grand gathering.
Because, like, it just
As much
didn't
as I'd love to
tickle
go
my
over and
fancy,
stoke
you
the
know?
fires
Like,
of their
I just
fun.
didn't vibe with it.
Those pirates are on high alert. If our approach is clumsy, we might as well shout, "Hello, we're here to ruin your party."
Pendulum
Agreed.
is a summoning
to gather
style in
intel
Yu-Gi-Oh!
without
that
being
Konami
spotted.
doesn't seem to care about. See, you need to remember
Exactly
that
what I
what
was
I
thinking.
know about Yu-Gi-Oh!
See
Is that
those
it's
echoes over there?
card game, and there's an anime. I don't know what you mean when you say
Ah,
summoning
As
style,
the saying
or
goes,
like
at sea, abide by
I'm
the
assuming
waves,
that
on
Konami
land,
is like
respect
the
earth.
creator or something,
This is a plushie gathering,
but
so we'd better fit in.
I am not too sure.
Come on,
Ha!
Captain. The night has cast its spell, and it's time for the plushies to dance.
See, I'm all about motorcycles. I would love to have one of my own.
Let's welcome the superstars of tonight's plushie gathering. Cuddle Wuddle and Lottie Lost.
But, like, playing card games on it? Or on a hippo?
And I'm Lottie Lost.
That
All right.
I'm
Let's go give
confused.
Arthur the surprise he won't
I'm genuinely confused. What the fuck is Yu-Gi-Oh about? Jesus
With
Christ.
these disguises, we're perfectly camouflaged. Let's
Can you walk
mingle
a
with the
little
crowd,
fucking
see
faster?
if we can uncover any useful information.
I'm telling you, it's huge news, matey. Heard it straight from the captain himself. What did the captain say? Spit it out! Captain said... Oh, wait a tick. What are you doing here?
I finished
Lottie Lost.
I finished my Red Bull, and I'm low-key considering going to the fridge and getting the other one that I have.
Ah, never mind. It's
I
just a
don't know.
Lottie Lost and a Cuddle Wuddle. And you're still shaking in your boots over the flaming return, huh? There's no need for that.
I'm not too sure, because, like,
That was an accident.
I really should not be drinking as much caffeine per day as I am.
I'll make him pay. But besides, you're the one who's shaking like a
And
leaf.
energy drinks are a lot more concentrated in caffeine than, like...
Anyway, what did the captain say?
like, than coffee is.
The captain said when midnight strikes and the moon reaches the treetops, he's gonna make an offering to that coin. If all goes to plan,
This one
we'll
has
knock the fibre you're gonna seize.
32
Five, I tell
grams per 100 milliliter.
When
And
that
it has
happens,
250
we'll show
milliliters, so
those
that
high and
is
mighty city folk what true banishment feels
64 plus 16, so it has 80 grams. 80 grams of caffeine.
Hey, Brant, look over there. There's another Lottie Lost.
No, we're not the same. That's a sad Lottie Lost. I'm the happy one.
Okay. So in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's 5 main summoning styles. The first one, fusion, explainable itself. Next we have synchro. It's basically math, 3 plus 4 type shit. Next we have XYZ, basically X number times X equals X1. And pendulum is depending on your skill. Let's say 8 and 1 and 8.
Why are you
so
here?
many
Is
monsters
it for
as
that
you
big,
want.
bad
Between numbers
pirate?
of- Oh. I gotta be completely honest. Math is not math. I can do quick,
I
like,
picked up a few phrases and echo speak
math
from
in my
Echo.
head. I did not get any less confused because of
Fine, I
that.
may
Oh
have
my god.
Embellished a bit. Don't be angry.
Lottie.
I'm trying to read that again, but
She's warning us to be cautious.
I don't know.
Pirates aren't fond of echoes, so she and her friends have been forced to stay
Okay,
out of their sight.
I need to, like, I feel
worry,
like
gentle
I
Lottie Lost.
just should
We'll do our
not get
best to
into
help you and your
Yu-Gi-Oh
friends
because I think I
dance
might
freely in the
honestly
moonlight.
have an aneurysm.
Gentlemen, the
Or, like,
moment we've
just,
been waiting for is finally
like,
upon
die
us.
on the spot.
Aldrich really hasn't changed a bit. Get
Like,
ready.
math was
There's
not
no
my
telling.
strong suit back in school.
Gentlemen, do you still remember the day you boarded the Pilgrim's sail?
It's rough to get input on like that, but if you try to play it slowly, it would make sense. I mean, most Yu-Gi-Oh players don't even read.
That ends now.
Fair enough.
Behold, gentlemen, held firmly in my hands. Drake's coin. The very coin that once guided Captain Drake to unimaginable riches. Now I, Captain Aldrich,
Oh god,
that keeper.
I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh's for me.
Take whatever our hearts desire.
Like I don't think. No, I don't think I should try. I have friends who've like tried to explain it to me as well, and I've just sat there like a fucking question mark, not understanding a single word that's coming out of their mouth.
As for me,
but to be fair, that's the same that like that I do with like Vtubers that I follow and shit. I'll like explain some random ass stuff, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" So.
will be fetching my tea. Captain, 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 yeah!
Dream or not, it's wrong to treat people like that.
For this momentous day, we...
No wonder we ran into trouble a few days back.
All our blood, sweat, and tears have finally led us to this coin. Our map to untold treasures! Coin, oh coin, reveal to us the location of the treasure. Grant us the amber key to fulfill our desire.
It's confusing at the start, but general rule is to pick one life from me as a dependent on basically one out from there learning. Fair enough, like that makes sense. It's kind of the equivalent to like picking a role in like, or I would kind of see it like, for me, I would see it as like picking a character you really like in like a game such as Zenless or like Wuthering Waves, and then learning to play them perfectly and then expand, learning to play other roles, other elements, other mechanics, weapon types, etc.
If you want your dreams to come true, capture every echo in sight. Leave none behind. Aye, aye, Captain.
Plus there's stacks like focus solely on one style so you can run a full... Ah, fair enough.
Enough of your bluster, Aldrich. Can't you see your audience is about to doze off?
Who's there?
Lottie Lost speaks.
It's happy Lottie Lost. And remember those dazzling names, for you are about to witness our might in this showdown.
It's made for kids?
Cuddle, Waddle also speak.
Fool! Can't you see they're not the real Lottie Lost and Cuddle will
Fair
be
enough.
them? Don't let these interlopers ruin our grand scheme!
Do you have some personal vendetta against Rush Duel, or is that like just a thing in the community?
Captain,
wait.
Why are you just standing there?
Ooh. I've actually never trialed Brant, or at least I don't remember doing so. I don't like his playstyle now that I'm like...
Flame? What flame? Stop blithering about it! Hold your ground!
Flame, you say? Let me turn this into a bonfire.
Holy shit. It's mainly because the fact that it changed so much in Rush Duel when the cage. Use a skill when you want. Damn! Okay, is that simple? Okay, that's a bit dramatic, don't you think? That is even more dramatic. Never mind! When I said this guy is a drama queen, or gives theater kid vibes, this is what I mean. Like, for example, you can summon as many monsters as you want in a rush duel, so you can say. Fair enough.
Over there!
He's so dramatic, I swear to God.
All yours, Captain.
And let's say you don't have any cards in your hand. Normally you can only pull one of the rush that you can pull.
Aldrich fled
Okay,
like
so
a
it's
cat
just
with
like
its
a
tail
little
on
more
fire,
kid-friendly,
still
like
living
beginner-friendly
up to his
type
old
stuff.
nickname, Quickfoot. Don't worry, Captain. I've got a
I mean,
feeling
for
our paths
beginners,
will
that
cross again soon
or
enough.
like somebody who maybe like needs a little more time to get used to it, that seems like a good idea. Or like I don't know, it seems like that might be a better way to get into it rather than
Wow,
just like
would you look at that?
here you go,
Captain, I
hardest
didn't know you
mode,
were fluent
like
in Echo.
figure it out type stuff.
Miss, as promised, you and your friends can now dance in the moonlight to your heart's content. Go on, enjoy. It seems Aldrich spent too much time on the sea and forgot the fundamental rule of this trade. Quid pro quo. If you want the sea's rewards, you have to give something in return. Just like how being a captain doesn't just come with rights, but duties too. Every reward has its price, and tricking his men into paying it for his own gain is absolutely unforgivable. Anyway, take a look at this. This map marks 3 isles. I'm betting they're the hiding places for Drake's treasure. Well, who could resist the siren call of Drake's fabled riches? It's tempting, no doubt.
So one thing I hate about the current Yu-Gi-Oh! Is someone can spend 20 minutes on their turn
But
and still not be
Truth
done.
be
with it.
told, it's not the treasures themselves.
20
that draw me in.
minutes?
It's the stories, the legend of Drake himself. What did
Like,
he
even
face? What
from somebody who
mysteries
knows
did he leave
nothing,
behind? There's no grander
even
performance
like
than that.
I can tell that spending 20 minutes on
Come
your
this
turn
far
alone
already.
and still not being
Regret it
done
forever if I turn back now.
is like annoying
yes.
as fuck.
I want to visit those isles, and maybe we can uncover the truth about Drake's treasures. Ha, that's exactly what I was thinking. Luckily for us, one of our troops' gondolas has been docked since the Carnival. Looks like it'll come in handy after all. Off we go. I'll lead the way.
You know what? Don't be a toxic player. Like, what is it, like? I don't, like, I think it's okay to make, like, a deck, maybe, that is meant to make the game a little more fair, perhaps? If that's a way you can word it. Straight up, like...
Here we are, Captain. The port.
You know what? I
See
don't
that
know.
gondola
I'm
over
just...
there? That's ours. I've sent the coordinates of the first isle to your terminal.
I don't know.
Now all we need to do is sail
As long
full
as you're
speed
not being,
ahead
like,
toward our
overly
destination.
toxic towards the player, like...
We're nearing the dock. Let's head in.
Okay, so where to?
It's so quiet, like an intermission. Whenever it gets this still, I can't help but anticipate the next act and the surprises it might bring.
Captain was right. They're here. Everyone, get them!
Also, I'm so sorry that I keep sniffling.
Focus, will you?
He's honestly like really fun to play, and I'm now regretting that I didn't pull for him at his rerun.
We can't win! Run! Run!
There's nothing else in this hole.
Sure there is. My trusty shovel. And some air.
So funny. He is so funny.
All right. No more jokes. Keep digging, Captain.
Seriously? He demands his own weapon? God damn. Fuck. Most toxic I'll get in you is probably negating the hell out of the enemy's deck. You know, I don't know if that is like extremely toxic or not, because again, I don't know the culture within Yu-Gi-Oh!
Remember the amber key Aldrich mentioned before?
I have him on his weapon, but damn if it didn't take all my currency. I can imagine.
Let's take it and head to the next aisle.
At least it is, like, what's it called? At least you are getting a little more, like, currency in Wuthering Waves than you are in games like Genshin. Because I have seen people who have, like, farmed for 3 months in both games. Like, as much as they could. Like, dailies, quests, chests, anything. And by the end of it, the person who, like, or like in Wuthering, they got like twice, if not 2.5 times as much currency as they did in Genshin. Genshin is stingy as fuck with like primo gems.
Look at those shipwrecks, Captain.
Are those Drake's ships?
Negating basically makes their combo useless, and
it said that Drake's fleet sailed across the
8 out of 10
stormy
times
sea.
they like disconnect.
I believe that such a legendary figure could lose his way.
Damn.
But if these wrecks are here, it means we're nearing our destiny.
Wonderful, gentlemen.
I feel like that's like. I feel like Genshin being stingy is also why I don't like playing it anymore, because I know I have to seriously like grind way too much before I get anything. Whereas like Wuthering Waves, I think I've logged in once since like last stream, and this is where we're at. Like, I'm not gonna pull for Cardathea because like I would much rather have Frolova, but like that's almost a 10 pull. So I just feel like it's much more worth it in Wuthering Waves.
Hey, you two! Stop right there!
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying that they like her, but
Yeah, you two!
I've said this before, I'll say it again. Frolova has spider lilies in her theme,
No one's stopping me from
and I was sold on that.
decking his teeth in gold.
I've been sold on her since the start. When I started streaming this game, which like a couple months ago. I don't actually know how long it was ago. A couple months, yeah. I saw her, like, cause you see her pretty fast, like she gets introduced pretty fast. But immediately I was like, whenever she's out, I need her. I have 21 more days. You know what? That is 21 days where I can log in and do whatever the fuck I want and just... Ooh.
Together we vanish.
At the helm. Let the flames rise.
That's his first. What? No, I like her voice acting. What?
All right, we yield.
Hello?
Didn't
The
expect you to be
huh?
the flaming return.
No. I was sold on her every single aspect. I like her design. I like her character. I like her, like her voice acting. I love everything, man.
You think so too, huh? Oh, throwing in random plot
Genshin
twists like
gameplay is
this
so
will only
dated, like
confuse
5
the
years, and it
audience.
still feels like, yeah, it does. It really does.
Stop playing
I mean,
coy.
to
You
each
know
their
what I'm
own,
on about.
but in my eyes and in my ears,
Every
you're fucking wrong.
single
What in the drama, kid,
No
is he
one
doing?
knows when he appeared.
The only thing
When he vanished.
I know what I'm gonna do is pull Lupa and all
Was
the upcoming
hunted
characters into
time and
fair.
again, but slipped through every noose.
You can't take her seriously at all?
He's immortal. For no raging
Fuck.
storm,
I hate when they do these!
crashing wave,
Look at me.
I was not prepared! Hello?
sharpest blade can kill him.
Let me just enjoy the cutscene.
Legend you built yourself.
Let's see how this plays out.
The commentary is kind of funny though.
Young as hell that one was. Had the guts to raid the Pilgrim Sail again and again.
Rescue missions.
Anyway, he always ruined our plans. Every time we set off to raid those merchant ships, this fiery bastard would swoop in, flames blazing. Beyond outrageous.
Now you know why we chose to surrender.
Oh right, I am the flaming returned, the immortal scourge of the seas. Cross me, and you'll be haunted by the crackle of flames every night.
Gold, for the love of gold, don't! I'll spill everything. But wouldn't that be betraying our captain? Oh, fool! Didn't you hear the captain? If anyone dares to get in our way, make 'em regret it. If we don't give them what they want, the captain won't sleep a wink. He'll be plagued with nightmares of this menace. Besides, captains.
Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, who is Frolova's like Japanese voice actor?
Soon, I'll be swimming in barrels
Because
of
like,
wine.
as you can hear, I play in English, and I've always only played in English, so I've never actually heard her JP voice actor.
Oh,
Who
what
is
a
it?
generous captain you serve. Truly selfless. And yet somehow these two were left behind to stop us? Well then, let's head to the next aisle.
Does it say that? Fujitasaki. Never heard. I might have heard the name like once, but I don't remember where. I'm kind of interested in like how they compare. Like what differences there might be from English to Japanese. Yeah, of course. You need, like, after all that, you need rest. Man, so like, it's all good.
Ah, we're nearly there at last. I'm very excited. There's something magical about the end of a journey, don't you think?
But thanks for stopping by,
That's when
and
the real
sleep well.
excitement kicks in, just before the final curtain call. So, Captain, ready for what comes next?
It's Aldrich. Right there. Just as we thought.
Okay.
Brant, I didn't think you'd show up so soon.
And I didn't think you'd still be here. Well, where's all that treasure then? Your crew is itching for the grand return of their selfless, heroic Captain Aldrich.
Those fools. Couldn't even slow you down. Fine. You want the key, don't you? I could give it to you, but...
Ah, I see. You want an honorable duel with my captain. A proper sea knight's duel full of valor and...
No, no, must we always resort to violence? See that? It takes 2 keys to unlock. You have one, and I have the other. We both want the treasures, right? So, how about this? I'll give you my key, but we split the treasure. 60-40. No. Wait, I'll be generous. You take the 60, and I'll settle for 40.
That was not the right bit, my guy.
Those poor souls. I'm doing this for them. To give them the life they deserve. A happy, peaceful life. What do you say, Captain of the Troop of Fools? A fair deal. Wouldn't you agree?
He sounds sincere. But can I really trust him?
My best guess would be no.
Regardless, agreeing to his deal to get a hold of the other key is in my best interest. Even if it's a trap, we can handle it. In that case...
All right, we accept. Hand over the key.
Here you go. The gate's right over there.
I feel like something stingy is about to happen. Or like, really fishy. Nothing happening? Nope, something is happening.
Time to claim our treasures. Wait, what's that? You stay here and defend our great cause. Show them the true might of the Fool's Troop. Farewell!
Yep. Knew it. So predictable.
Well, the gate's closed. Looks like our friend left us with these 2 chop-chops for company.
Just what you'd expect from a pirate.
now my question is there something that I need to, like, do? Like, because, like, they are not taking damage.
It's but a splash.
Listen up. Improvise.
Okay, there was something that happened there. I have no idea what it was, though. Like, how that happened, how, like...
Can you keep it? Victory favors me. In the name of the Montellis.
I don't know what I did to make it fall down.
Not even close. Together we vanquish.
There's an opening over there.
I still have no idea what the fuck happened, like, how that works, but,
I knew there'd be a way forward.
you know what? We take those. Yeah, I literally just, like, tried something and hope for the fucking best.
Guests of the unkind.
Yeah, fuck you, I don't care.
It's badly eroded. Looks like he's a captain. He's got a scale in one hand.
I feel like that's, like, sometimes,
Coin in his other
like,
hand.
in
It
these
looks
kind of
just
games,
like the
there's
one
like,
we
oh,
found.
do this. I'm like, yeah,
One
but
side
how?
holds
And then
treasure,
you just
the
end up, like,
other
pressing something until
broken heart.
until it works. And then,
So you're saying
like,
we may
I don't know
need to
what I
trade
did, but it did
something
something and it
precious,
fucking worked,
like our
so
heart?
that's good enough
The
for me.
treasure? You know, there are stories about a place at the edge of the ocean. A nation where people use scales to measure everything. Souls, wealth, nothing escapes the balance. Perhaps this painting nods to that. Everything has a price. Classic quid pro quo. Fascinating, isn't it? Maybe even Drake
I
had
wish I could
sense of
open a
fairness
window
when
or
it came to
something in here.
treasure.
It's hot as hell.
Anyway, let's keep moving, Captain. I have a hunch we'll uncover more soon.
Make it fast.
It says,
Like, I can't open my window because there's a fuck ton of construction literally 100 meters away, so
looks like to claim Drake's treasure, one
I'm
must pay a
forced to
price
sit
equal
in
to
this
its worth.
boiling fucking apartment
that's
with
why
my
no one
computer that
succeeded.
does not do anything
Treasure
positive
demands
to
something
make
in
this
return.
any less boiling.
Exactly. If we want something from the sea, we have to offer something in return. Ignore that rule, and greed will swallow us whole, likely with our lives as the main course.
I don't understand,
Captain,
like,
I know what we
how
need to do. Do you trust me?
some streamers can
That's
sit for
all I
like
needed to hear. Let's head for the
six-ish
treasure.
hours in this heat, cause I'm an hour in and I'm dying. Like, my hands are sweating. Holding my mouse feels like torture. Genuinely. Like, I get it if you have air conditioning, but if you don't, which I do not, then, like, how the fuck are you living? How are you sitting in front of a computer for that long?
My dear friends, what a joy to see you both in one piece. I was absolutely quaking back there. Just the thought of that monster. It still gives me the shivers.
Yeah, right.
When I finally came to my senses, I found myself here, all alone. Quite unsettling, I must say. But look at you! You took down that beast faster than I could blink! Gran? Oh! Yes, my grand cause. I'm this close to realizing it, you see. Look, Drake's treasure is right there. So brilliant!
Yeah.
But as a man of principle, I could never hoard such wealth all to myself.
Press F to doubt.
So, in the spirit of fairness, I'd like to give you the honor of opening it first. Please, go ahead. The first pick is yours. Curse? Do I look like the kind of man who fears mere legends? No, no. My offer comes straight from the heart.
It's okay.
It's one of those mimics, isn't it?
In accordance with the law of the sea. This is just a teeny tiny curse. Nothing more, nothing less.
You look fine. Curse! Turns out it's as harmless as a kitten. Oh, I fretted for nothing. Yes! Now all this treasure is mine!
Yeah, about that, my guy.
Grand cause? My crew? Oh, right. I'll toss a modest pouch to each of my loyal mateys, and the rest, all mine! When I left the Pilgrim's Sail, there was only one thing that stayed with me. To chase my desires without chains. And after all these years, I've cracked the code! Money! That's my one-two calling!
But everything comes with a price, Aldrich. And now, it's time to pay yours.
What?
Yep, knew it.
Watch out, Captain. Climax of the show!
Oh, I missed. Fuck's sake.
My compliments. Glory demands more. In the name of the
I love that animation of hers specifically.
Same actor, different role. More passion. Pew pew. No worries. Let the flames rise!
There we go.
The gold! My gold!
I kind of like that he does not care one bit about his own life. He's just like, I need money. Well, that's gonna be his problem, not ours. That's all I can say.
We managed to slip away.
I never thought he'd pick those treasures over his own life. Back then, when Toscanini first told us about Drake's story, I said I wanted to be a captain who led the crew to countless triumphs, so that everyone gets to carve out their own destiny. Aldrich just laughed, calling it foolish. He said, "You fool! With Drake's treasure, you can crush anyone and make everyone's life better by force." I never bought into that. For me, it's not about riches or power. It's about freedom. The freedom to sail your own course. That's why we parted ways. He left the troop of fools and
This is
became
the
a
first time
pirate.
we're seeing him being like not dramatic and all.
Amidst all your theatrics, you always remain true to your code.
As a captain, you're quite different yourself. Certainly one I'd be proud to follow. You accept your crew for who they are, understanding and respecting their choices. I've had my share of adventures, but I must admit, this one with you has been a breath of fresh air. By the way, look at this. This is Golden Captain Drake's map, a record of his life. According to this, he and his crew did indeed brave the treacherous stormy sea and return with immense wealth, but not without paying dearly. Heavy fog, disease, getting hopelessly lost. Each entry could have sunk an entire fleet. By the time they made it back to the Isle, only a handful survived. Most of them never left. In the end, only one sailor remained, with this coin. Remember what that note said? Remember the law of quid pro quo. I believe it means if you want Drake's treasure, you have to offer something in return. The price I paid for this scroll was that coin. Yes, but isn't it fascinating? A single coin can lead to both dreadful curses and priceless treasures. Who would have guessed that Drake's most valuable treasure would be a map worth just one coin? Honestly, when I made the trade, I wasn't sure what I'd get. I had faith in you, my friend, and the spirit of adventure. This story is far more compelling than the saga of the Flaming Returned, don't you think? Ah, you remember those pirates who said I was always on the run? Every time a bounty was placed on my head, I'd work with my crew. They'd turn me in for the reward, and I'd handle the escape. Well, the rumors spread faster than I expected. Anyway, if you're up for it, the trip back is long enough for me to tell you all about it. So, Captain, the adventures come to a close.
That's it?
Ready to sail back home?
That's the entirety of his quest? Or is there more? What? Carlotta's took like 3 hours. How can his only take like 1 and 15 minutes? Or no, it's still going. What the fuck?
What a journey. It feels good to be back. Time really does fly. Anyway, this is for you.
Is this Drake's scroll?
Exactly. I figured it would be a good memento of our adventure. Oh, and due to your
It would feel kind of weird if like one
I'm
character has like
officially
a
naming you
multiple
our
hour
troop's honorary
long
captain,
companion quest and one
as
only has like
witnessed by this
yeah, an
map.
hour.
Well, that depends on when the next adventure calls. You know that I'll be ready to join you. Just say the word.
That's kind of... I'm a little disappointed by that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the story. But... that's it? Like, compared to the other, oh, I hate these, but I don't want to go do it. Like, I hate these, like... So what is this? I'm not gonna fucking purchase that. No way. Go away. I hate those, like, little red, like, icons. Notification icons. But, like... I just feel like that's a little bit... weird. I don't know. That, like, Brant's quest is that short compared to, like, Carlotta's? Now, those are the only ones that I have played, so, like... But that just... You know, that doesn't feel right. It's not really anything I can do about it. Yeah. That's a tutorial. I don't want to... Yeah, but Carlotta's took so long. Like, I'm pretty sure that took, like, 2 hours. And I was also told during that stream that it usually takes 2 to 3 hours. When I started Carlotta's, I had expected about an hour 30, maybe max 2 hours if it really took a long time. Because it's not main quest or anything. But hers took like over 2 hours, I know that much. So, Am I misremembering? Am I wait a second. Wait a goddamn second.
This very moment
2.5 hours. I spent 2.5 hours on it.
our lives.
Carlotta is just the exception. Yeah, but now I'm like scared to, you know, start another one because the thing is, before I started streaming Wuthering Waves, I played it once, and I played through Yinlin's story quest, and I remember hers taking, like, closer to 2 hours compared to, like, 1 hour. And I've always been the type, or at least back then, to speedrun stuff like companion quests. So I don't... A part of me is like, I don't really want to open another quest by the sheer, like... What if it takes that long and I have no like and I just kind of have to sit through it and go way over what I can handle in one go, because like lately I cannot handle like 3-hour streams. I think I cap out at 2 hours and then I'm like, okay, I need to take a break, and it's simply because the last hour of it I'm like that's that I kind of start to like focus a little too much on what's happening in game, so I don't really like chat or anything, and that's not really nice to watch. Like, I of course have no problem with it because I'm enjoying the quest, but just, yeah, I know some people don't like it, so. I'm also just like, this is an hour and 20 minutes. Like, this is an hour and 20 minutes. It feels like I barely started. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It feels weird to stop so early. There's not really like anything else that like... Normally I would have started pulling, but yeah. I don't really... Wait. Does it... No, this one does not This resets with patches, that's right. Because it's the first today. I completely forget that, like, in Wuthering Waves, it resets with patches, not with, every, like, first of the month.
Moment at hand. Make it fast.
Which reminds me that I need to log into, like, at least Zenless today to buy those, and possibly pull for Jufufu. I'm still so mad. I missed out on, like, Yixuan. Like, completely. I forgot her banner had a limit. It was not just always there. And then eventually, like, somebody in the Discord server that I have for my community was, like, talking about how Jufufu had come out. And I was like, what the fuck? Did I miss Yixuan? Which, yes, I did. So, fucking sucks. I really wanted her, and apparently Jufufu was like the best stun in slot, so... That hurts a little bit. I want to pull for Jufufu, but I'm also like... There is that, what the fuck is her name? There's a new character that's coming out who has like a little like raccoon backpack plushie thing. She has like red hair, I believe, that sort of stuff. And she looks really, really cool. And I also kind of want to pull for her in case she's like... Because I'd heard something about her being like anomaly or something like that. Which is the element I play the most, or the role I play the most in Zenless. So I'm like, a part of me is thinking, oh, I should pull for Jufufu because she's a stun character, and I only have like 2 of those that I use, and very specific ones. But I'm also like, this girl comes out in like an update or 2. So what the fuck do I do? I don't know. I'm lost. At least I know what I want to do in one game. At least I have what I want to do in one game. But yeah. It's just kind of... You're lost? What's up? Ah, fuck. Oh my god. I don't know why the joke didn't catch. I don't know. I was like, why are you lost? Like, what have I said? What have I done? Oh my god. Completely forgot. You got me. You win. You win this stream's most funny chatter.
Make it fast.
If we ever had anything like that, I don't think we did. You'll now be the first to hold that award. This stream's most funny chatter. You do not get a prize, you just get a title. Nice. Just like, you make your own banner to like combat the fact that I have not given you anything other than a title. Just display it. Though I do think that's like it. Cause I can't really think of anything else to do. I don't have any farming that I need to do. Like I'm pretty set on like echoes, that sort of stuff. Like the only thing would be to farm more to get better stats, but I don't feel like doing that in this fucking heat. I need to get out of this like sauna of a room. Endgame content? Like what? Like the like what is it? The tower. Fuck. Not the tower. I hate the tower. It's further up. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, this is about as far as like... You say that my characters are not built. And I have this like really, really great thing where I do not build multiple teams, I build one. And if that team is not applicable to the buffs, then I am fucked. So like you can tell exactly when I got Carlotta, and that is about like, I don't know, what is this? Like damage, control, intro skill, just like clear. None of them are like, can I? Yeah, this is gonna be great. Sonny's not built. He got fucking, like, I benched him so quickly. What the fuck do I do? Shit. You know what? I can try. Just pull out my trusty team that I use for literally fucking everything. I hate that I can't just do that. Replace. I hate that I can't. Yeah, no, that does not happen. I don't do that. I do that with the team that I currently use, and I forget about the rest of the characters because out of sight, out of mind. I don't think this, like, this is gonna be embarrassing to me specifically because I don't do well with this. This reminds me too much of Spiral Abyss, which just, like, gives me nightmares.
Running won't save you.
Like,
Who's the caged bird now?
I never play with sound.
My compliment.
Together we vanquish.
Roll for me.
I misclicked. See, that's like what is most, the thing that like actually takes the most, like,
You will yield.
that I notice the most is that
Together
like,
we vanquish.
oh, they have voice lines, like that sort of stuff, because I always play
My
on silent, like complete silent, then I have like a stream going in the background instead. Because like
Together we vanquish.
I don't like the like repetitive like combat sounds. I don't like hearing the same voice lines over and over and over again, so I play on silent. So I'm always like, wait, this is what she says? You know what, that's fine. Can I do, like, yeah, it's fine. It's great, it's fine. I did not see what this one has or what these things are immune to, so we will figure that out together.
Guests of the unconscious.
Oh my fuck.
Mind's eye.
Take this.
Oh my god.
Together we vanquish.
This is like,
My compliment. Brilliance lights the way. Is that it?
what the fuck?
Listen up. Bask in the sunlight.
I feel like there's a little bit of lag. Because I'm pressing keys, but like it takes way longer to...
Beckon the divine flame.
My compliment. Victory favors me.
Why? Okay, I'm confused. What is wrong?
name of
She
the
usually does more than that though. Like, one thing is that I have not built my characters. They both usually do like way more damage than this. Is that just because it's immune or something? Or like has weakness?
Recognize me? I'm still standing.
Maybe is that the reason? Because like,
Together we vanquish.
this is low-key pissing me off a little bit.
My compliment.
Together we vanquish. Be reduced to sin.
To be fair, this is also not an optimal team, I know that.
My compliment.
This is like 2 DPSs and a healer just because they can't stay
The
alive.
world is mine.
Together we vanquish. Perish.
I have like 20 seconds to finish this guy off to get multiple stars. That is not gonna happen.
My compliment.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna get full stars for this, but I knew that much.
My compliment.
I can tell that I'm starting to reach the point where if I hear them say one more fucking line repetitive, like, again,
Victory favors
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Masterpiece complete.
Together we vanquish.
My compliment. Take this. Still recognize me?
Like, that is the point I have reached at this.
Sever.
There we go. Yeah, definitely not like the best, and that's what it is. I know that much. This was also my problem with Spiral Abyss back when I played Genshin. It is also, what the fuck is it called in like in Star Rail? Like, it's on the Memory of Chaos. Thank you. It was something with memory, but I could not remember for the life of me what it was. But that was like the second we hit like I think it's like floor 11 I can usually get full stars in. Floor 10 and 12 never. 12 I can never do. 10 I'm always like on 2 stars. I can never get 3 in it, which does not make sense to me because I can get 3 in 11 but never in like, I don't know how it lines up. It's always been like that. And then there's like the in the Lofu, the like little paper bird that has like 4 floors or like 4 different challenges. I do not remember. What the fuck is it called? Pure Fate. Thank you. You are really helping me out here. Holy shit. I cannot remember anything. That is usually like the 3rd I can get maybe like 1 star in. If I can complete the 4th, even without like any of the stars, that is enough for me because that shit is like, my characters are not built for that. Sunless, it is like
The moment at hand.
the like,
This.
there's like 3 again, I cannot remember. Oh my god. It's like the 3 challenges like where you score points. It's at the like Scott outpost outside. It's like something like death, I want to say. What the fuck is it called? Anyway, that one I can never do. My like Star Rail, not Star Rail, Sunless like characters are not built for that at all. Like, not even a little bit.
Is the best
So
of our lives.
All of this is, these are all like, these notification ones are all like stressing me out because I don't like them being there, but I don't want to like go do it. I didn't play it. Yeah, I get that. I think like everything taken into consideration, Senless, Wuthering Waves, and Star Rail have significantly more endgame content than Genshin did. I've heard something about like Genshin having a new mode that is basically only for whales. Like the only way you can complete it is like if you whale on the current character. And like you can complete it, but you can't get like full marks unless you whale, basically. And like a part of me is like that's just gonna kill so much, because I remember I started Genshin like right as it came out, basically. And back then, Spiral Abyss was like, looking back at it, it was fucking easy. But because we had no better characters, it was like, it was difficult, basically. Or like hard. It wasn't difficult, it was just hard. The second I started reaching like the Spiral Abyss, like floor 12, that sort of stuff, like 8 to 12. No, 9 to 12, sorry, because it's 9 to 11, yeah, it's 12, 9 to 12. The second I started doing that, these like enemies were like much harder to defeat. Like they had fuck ton of HP, serious amounts of buff. They genuinely, like, even if you had a good team, took fucking long to defeat. And that was kind of when Spiral Abyss started killing me a little bit. Like, I remember being content if I could just clear floor 11 and not floor 12. Because I knew damn well that I would never clear floor 12. I didn't whale that much at the game. I didn't grind that much. And even if I did, I never got, like, weapons or artifacts that were good enough for me to do that. 'Cause, like, yeah. When we reached Fontaine, that was when I started, like, cutting down on Spiral Abyss, basically not playing it, because you started having, like, the floors just became, like, not completable. Like, you could not finish them within the time frame or without your characters dying, even if you had the most meta characters at the time.
The moment
so,
at hand.
I think from the second we hit Natlan, I just didn't play. And then I I mostly didn't play. I might have picked it up like once or twice. But the game has lost, I think. It has lost a lot of players, and it's really, really hard to get into as a new player. Specifically when the combat has not changed. And it still feels very, very dull to play. I remember because Wuthering Waves and Senless are not too far off in like release, right? If I remember correctly, they released like pretty close to each other.
Best of our lives.
I want to say at least, like, yeah, and I remember jumping between Senless, Wuthering Waves, and Genshin. And every single time, Genshin's combat just felt way too slow. Yeah, exactly. Like, they are really, really close. And I remember playing because they were so new, I remember playing a lot of Senless and a lot of Wuthering Waves. Going back to Genshin felt so dull combat-wise. I think that was when it started dying for me, for real. That was when I started, like, thinking, okay, is Genshin even worth it anymore? Because the combat doesn't compare. Yeah, I did get it. It's more so that, like, you have much more, like, in both games you have like not the combat isn't even like that different, to be honest. Like it still functions on like a, at least between like Zenless and Genshin, there's not that much difference. You have an ult, you have a skill, you have basic attacks, sprint, combinations, that sort of stuff. But in Zenless, like, just like I think it is more so that you're like, it feels more dynamic. Genshin feels very dull and like, yeah. Even though they're really close, like, yeah, from Wuthering Waves to Genshin, there's like, from Genshin to Wuthering Waves, that was an incredible upgrade. But then again, they're not made by the same company. I remember right as it came out, people were comparing them a lot. And talking about how Genshin needed to step up their game in order to compete with Wuthering Waves. And at the time, I was like, these are games made by two completely different like companies. Like, they're not made by the same company. So one company has like, if you look at the scenery in Zenless, it is much more like detailed than it is in Genshin, or in Wuthering Waves, as it is in Genshin. And it just kind of feels like, at the start I was like, these are games made by different companies. Of course there'll be differences, and of course there will be like different priorities. And Wuthering Waves just puts a lot more effort into their like their scenery, basically, in my opinion at least. Like, or they do, like, there's no doubt about it, they do. But now, as I've like taken a step back from Genshin, and then got into it again to catch up, and started Wuthering Waves again, I can definitely see the argument that people were making back then. I think what happened to me was just that I was a little too blinded. I was blinded by that I'd played Genshin the most, and therefore knew that game more, and knew what it could deliver in terms of cutscenes, like that sort of stuff. But now, no. Having played through Natlan, and having played through all of the quests for Wuthering Waves, which roughly has taken me, like, not too far off from, like, the same amount of streams, like, to be honest. The storytelling in Wuthering Waves is much, much clearer. It is not drawn out for way too long. The cutscenes are amazing and just better than Genshin. I think, really, Genshin has just lost. Like, to the point where I don't think it can compete unless, yeah, unless something like is done drastically, but I don't think they can do that. Yeah, they're trying, no, but they're both occupying the same area, gacha space, both vying for the same, yeah. And I think that's also why people are stepping away from Genshin. Like, even I've seen a lot of people who are bigger Genshin creators step away from it simply because it does not give what it should anymore. It's lost its spark. And it is a game that you burn out in very, very quickly. I don't think I burn out in Wuthering Waves at all. To be fair, I've only played it for a couple months, but I don't feel like I need to log in to catch up. I don't feel like I'm missing out if I don't log in. Genshin, it's one of those, like, I like the stories, I like the characters. Some of my favorite characters are still in Genshin. I still engage with the fan art and that sort of stuff. But I cannot bring myself to play it anymore because it's lost its spark.
The moment at hand
and it would
This
feel almost
very
pressuring
moment.
going back in.
is the best
So.
of our lives.
And Wuthering Waves does not have a Paimon. That is a very valid argument because Paimon really just doesn't. There was one time where I think was right after Fontaine. No, it was right after Sumeru. I wanted to like kind of see if there were things that I could spot by playing it again on an alternative account, just for when I didn't have anything else to do, because at that point I was only playing Genshin and like Star Rail, I think. So I didn't have a whole lot of games to choose between. Like I could play other games, but I've always been the type of person who plays the same games over and over again. So I tried to start it again. The comparison between late game Paimon voice and early game was so drastic to me, it felt really, really weird. So that was strange to me. I mean, at this point, the rotation I do in streams is literally Wuthering Waves, Senless, Wuthering Waves, Senless. Like, I don't play any other games. I don't want to pick up Star Rail because the story is way too long and way too drawn out for stream, I think. I cannot, like...
of our lives.
Playing through a chapter takes way, way, way too long, and there is, like... It's way too much just chatting. Like, idle talk. And for me, that is kind of hard to stream. Because as much as I really want to, like, learn the lore and that sort of stuff, but I don't feel like I can just talk over everything. Like, I feel like I can do that a little more in Wuthering Waves, to be honest, because it's a lot clearer to, like, oh, if you miss a little bit, like, then you can just shut up for 5 minutes, listen, and you'll understand what it is you've missed. Like, you won't be lost. I feel like for Star Rail, that's a different story. So it's one of those that I'm like, I played in my free time, and with that taken into consideration, I actually haven't touched it in a little bit, so... So yeah. I want to play more games, but I also know that I'm very particular about what I play, and I can be really hard on myself starting a game out. So I don't know what kind of... I have a couple of like visual novel games that I want to try and play on stream, and I would love to when I get my my Switch. When I get it in like a year or so. Let's be fucking honest, I don't got that kind of cash. But when I get my Switch, I am playing Animal Crossing on stream every fucking day or some shit. Like, I need my fix. And I need the world to know my fix. Like, I don't care. I will play Animal Crossing on stream.
The moment at hand.
When I can.
This.
But that will be a long time from now. Let's be motherfucking honest. I mean, you know what? I love that for me too. There is a gacha game that I've seen that I'm low-key interested in, but I don't know anything about it, and I don't know anything about the combat. And that's kind of what is the ultimate drive. Like, one thing about gacha is that, like, the story is good. That's one thing. But the combat also needs to be something that I enjoy. Otherwise, I will... Like, it just doesn't feel nice to play. So, I don't know. It depends on it. Like, I might play it on stream, like, once or twice and then drop it if it doesn't suit me. But other than that. I think it's called Ark Knights Enfield. I saw a lot about it, and it seems really cool. But I've like been on the website, like checking it out. I don't think it's released yet. Oh, you're an OG Archdite. Oh. Since 2020. Holy shit, you've been waiting for... Oh, 2022, okay. Hopefully it will... Oh, is it that close to release? Nah, it's not... It's alright. No need to apologize. We all make mistakes. But I think, like... What? There's, like... I've seen the characters for Enfield, and it looks really, really cool. It's been a while since I looked at it, but I saw like a lot of people talk about it, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, this looked pretty cool. Maybe I could play this. And then I started streaming, and then I was like, okay, maybe I can play it on stream someday. Because at this point, there's some games that I like play just for myself, or parts of games that I play just for myself that I will not stream. Like farming, exploration in gacha games, that sort of stuff. But like at this point I'm thinking like, oh, could I possibly like stream this game, or is this a game that I would like to just play for myself? So I have yapped for about half an hour now. Just straight yapping about games. I am honestly like a little sad that I don't play more, like a more diverse palette of games. I watch a more diverse palette of games, like when I watch other streamers. Ironically, like I watch a lot of like Animal Crossing, not Animal Crossing, I also watch a lot of Animal Crossing streams. That's how I found out that I cannot progress, actually.
Very moment.
But I watch a lot of Valorant, or I use a lot of Valorant stream as background noise most of the time, which I told a friend once, and they were like, of all games you could have in the background, why is Valorant? I could not tell you. I think it's the streamer more than it's the game. And the streamer just plays a lot of fucking Valorant. Like, a lot of fucking Valorant. It actually kind of made me want to play it myself, but I'm terrible at FPS games. It stresses me out so badly. Like, my hands start shaking, but I still want to get better.
Very
like,
moment.
I still want to try to play it.
Of our lives.
I'm probably dropping either CCC or WoW when Enfield comes out. Don't think I can... See, that's where I, like, technically I'm only rotating 2 right now, so I feel like I could add 1 and still be alright. Like, especially because the 2 I play right now, I don't feel the need to log in daily for. That was my biggest problem with Genshin, was that it felt like I had to log in daily, because otherwise, like, I was missing out. And I'm kind of glad that I dropped it, because I have, while I still play video games a lot and like close to every day, I feel it's a lot more healthy than the compulsion, like the almost like I need to play. So this is now it's much more, oh, I feel like doing it. I feel like playing Wuthering games. I feel like playing CCC. It's not like I have to log in and get my stuff. Like, and I think for me as a streamer to have that mindset, or to have that like feeling towards games, is incredibly like healthy. Because if I had that feeling outside of streaming as well, that's not why I missed Yi Xuan. I just forgot her banner like would end. That's it. And the fact that I have to get to like 90 pity to get anything in Zenless. That game is brutal on my luck. Okay, Vivian, that was because I was like, wait, what? When was it Vivian? Was that in the start of the exam period or something? I don't know. There was something outside of like streaming or gaming that caused me to just not have the energy to play the game, and I didn't want to open the game before I knew that I could stream that quest. Because I've been looking forward to it, and then I ended up missing Vivian. So. And I don't know, like, it's not like I actively miss, like, if she got a rerun, yeah, I would pull for her, but I'm not like, oh my god, I should have had Vivian, because my other characters pull me through. Like, they keep me going.
This
so
very moment is the best.
This is totally not like an insane amount of copium. I'm totally not trying to like make it sound like I'm not dying every day over not getting Vivian. No, in all honesty, I don't actually mind that much. Yishwen is probably the one that I'm the most mad about missing or not getting, but that's mainly just because I really liked her playstyle. Vivian, I was just more like, I like the character. Her playstyle is irrelevant to me. But Yishwen is like... It kind of sucks because I really liked her playstyle. And I know that like right now she's meta. So. But yeah. It is what it is. Eventually she will get a rerun and I can pull for her there. And hopefully, like, there's not other characters I want at the time. Hopefully. Because that's my biggest problem. It is when like some characters have reruns and then like another character you also wanted. What the fuck is that shadow? Y'all seeing this? What the fuck is this? Crazy. Anyway. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Because I can also feel that like... Yeah, seagull frozen in time. I can feel that like my voice is getting a little sore. I don't know why. It's not like I'm not used to yapping. I yap a lot with my friends outside of streaming. But apparently yapping for half an hour, 45 minutes straight is just too much for my vocal cords right now. Don't know why. I hope it's not like a long-term thing, but... So I think I'm gonna call it a day, say that like we continue... I want to do Sani's quest, so next stream will probably be Sani's quest. I'm gonna see if I can stream... I should be able to stream Thursday like I usually do, and hopefully I can stream at the same time on Thursday that I usually do. But I do have like a lunch date with some of my friends that takes priority, and then I might be pulling stream back a little bit. Who knows? I will figure it out. It's mostly just like when can I like... I still want to hang out with my friends, but I also want to stream. And I need to just like balance it a little bit. So. But all that being said, I will keep everyone updated on 1, my social media, and 2, my Discord. So if anything, you will know something there at least the day before, or like, who knows. There might be last minute changes. I hope the fuck not, because I don't like last minute changes, but that's about it. That's what I can guarantee. I try my best to inform you guys. So. But that will be it for today. It was honestly like really fun streaming again. So I will see you guys next time and have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah. Bye bye.